Draft lottery show last night, and Minnesota is now on the clock. Last year, there was a not a lot of suspense, right? Leading up to Zion Williamson going #1. This year, not as clear-cut by any means. Jay, who do you think is the best player available in this draft?
It's close, but I think it's Anthony Edwards of Georgia. You know, he's 19 years old and just a spectacular athlete, and he's just wired to score. He can put the ball on the deck with either hand, and he can shoot from deep. I think the question with Edwards is his efficiency. You know, does he really know how to play yet? He's been really well coached by Tom Crean for a year, but he takes some bad shots. His shot selection was not good last year. He doesn't get to the free throw line enough, and then he needs to be a more engaged defender. I mean, he's not going to be a great player unless he plays at a high level at both ends of the court, and right now it's only one end.
It's funny, I hear you say he needs to be more engaged defender, and you're talking about a team that had Andrew Wiggins for a long time. Is it possible that something like that could scare them off and we would see more of a surprise pick at #1?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I think if you went surprise pick, I don't know that you'd say LaMelo Ball's necessarily a surprise because he's in that top tier of players that are competing for the #1 pick. But if you're looking for defense, you're not going to go with LaMelo Ball. He doesn't guard anybody either. And, you know, defense for him up till now has been just a rumor. And he's going to have to pick it up defensively, and he's going to have to shoot the ball better. But he's so creative offensively and such a fantastic passer with that positional size. He's really intriguing. I mean, Mike Schmidt says he's the best talent in this draft. And I certainly don't dispute that. But I think in today's game, if you're still questioning shooting, I don't know that you go #1.
Hey, Jay, Scottie Pippen here. I want to know who you think is the best fit for the Golden State Warriors.
Boy, Scottie, that's a really good question. I think picking at #2, if they decide not to trade that pick, I really like James Wiseman for them. Wiseman's 7 foot tall. He's kind of like Chris Bosh when he came out of Georgia Tech. Left-handed, he can block shots, he rebounds, can really run, mobile. And I think the big question is, can he be an NBA three-point shooter where he can really stretch a defense? And I think he's going to be capable of that. He still has to develop it. But the other guy that could go there at #2, even though not a lot of people are ranking him that high, is Isaac Okoro of Auburn, because he can really guard people. And, you know, in today's NBA, he can switch everything. The question with him is he going to be able to shoot it? Really good passer, can get to the rim, good offensive rebounder, but he needs to be a more consistent perimeter shooter. I think he can develop that, but he's going to have to do it if he's going to be the second pick.
Hey, what's up, Jay? This is Chauncey, man. I'm sure you got a tea time coming up in the next 30 or 45 minutes, so I'm going to get my question out the way. Give me a player outside of the top 5 that we all should be looking for.
Well, Chauncey, Aaron Nesmith of Vanderbilt is, you know, he scored about 22, 23 points a game last year, and he's a wing that can really score. Made I think it was about 4 threes a game. Can catch it coming off screens, really deep range, and can really score. I think he'll go in the top 10, top 12. And the other guy I would say is Devin Vassell of Florida State. He's another guy that I think could go in the top 10 and really talented player and plays at both ends of the floor, plays really hard, can shoot it, drive it, very good skill level and very competitive. And maybe Sadiq Bey of Villanova also. He's probably going to go around 15 is my guess, but he's about as solid as they come.
Jay, I got to ask you before we go, will there be a college hoop season?
Scottie's son really wants there to be a college hoop season, Jay. He's at Vanderbilt.
Me too, and I want to watch him play. Yeah, I want to watch him play, and he's being coached by a terrific coach, and Jerry Stackhouse. I think we're going to have basketball in college, but it's going to have to be in a bubble environment. I think they're going to have to set up after Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving a bubble where they can have teams isolated and then isolate teams in their own conferences. And the NCAA is already talking about having a bubble environment for the NCAA tournament, maybe only 32 teams. I mean, it's going to be a season like we've never seen. But thankfully, the NBA is pulling off their bubble, and as a result, I think college basketball is going to learn a lot and be able to emulate that.
Yeah, it's a great template. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. It has been so much fun to spend time with you all week. enjoy that tea time this afternoon, and we'll be back right at your door very soon.